welcome to another tutorial with me. My name is Crafty JoJo and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in the UK. And today I want to show you this little package that I created yesterday, and it's actually a 5" by 5" squared gift wrap or box with a very bespoke closure, because it actually is a twine that is quite long that rips around, and it allows endless combinations of wrapping the twine around your package, so you can give it a different look anytime you open and close it. And this is what it does. So it opens up and it has a diagonal split, as you can see, and in this case it holds a set of 4 cards that I made color matching, green and yellow, for those who like these color combinations. And it's really pretty. I've used the stamp set, wait a minute, it's the window shopping stamp set, actually it was this one here. Thanks for being a great friend and happy birthday I used from this set. And the cards measure 4.5 square. The inside is layered with the white bit that I have punched with a retired trio, curvy trio corner punch. It's this one here. If you haven't got it, never mind, you can use any other corner punch or just leave it unpunched, but I love this one, so I've used it. And this is what the inside looks, this is the outside, and these are my envelopes made from the Brights designer paper stack, and I chose the yellow to go with it, and the cards fit in perfectly. And I actually made this with the envelope punch board, following the instructions of the envelope punch board. So this is my set of cards, and this is the other design. Thanks for being a great friend, and this envelope, and the other ones have this envelopes. So this is the set, and I've made 4 cards, but apparently there is enough space. You could easily fit in a 5th card, but I ran out of cardstock, so it has to be only 4. And this is how you close it. So it doesn't matter where you start. You can start to the down and you go up here and you go around, and then that's what I do. And then I just decide to go to this side, and now I decide to wrap it around my circles. So there you go. This is just the way I close it, but you can actually close it in many different ways. You can only just use them 2. You don't need to wrap it around, but I quite like the patterns that you actually create on the back side of your box if you use a long piece of twine. You can of course make yours shorter if you don't like it, but I quite like it and I think it looks awesome. So this is what we're going to make today, and you will need 2 pieces of cardstock. And as I run out of the Envy, I can't even get it. As I ran out of the Envy Emerald, I can't get my cardstock here. I need to take a tool. Alright, here we go. We need 2 pieces of cardstock, and I'm using Bermuda Bay, and this measures 11 by 7, and this measures 5 by 5.5. And I've punched out 4 little circles, and that was, let me see, the 1" circle punch that I've used to do these. And before anything else, first action we need to take is we need to glue 2 and 2 on top of each other, because we are going to reinforce them. Because apparently when you wrap the twine around it all the time, they will be quite under stress, and I don't want the sides to bend up easily, so that's why I reinforced my cardstock, and I'm just doing it like so. And I'm doing it at the beginning of the tutorial, so sorry, so that this can actually be set aside to dry. That was the first one, and this is the second one. Here we go. I just move them around a bit to make sure I distribute the glue to all sides, but I don't want to squash it out, so this is fine. And I'm just going to quickly give this another press down. So set these aside, and now what we're going to do is we're going to start scoring. And this bit is the smaller one apparently, and it's going to be scored only on one side. And as I said, it measures 5.5 by 5, as you can see here. Can you see it? Yes. So you're going to score at 5 inches on the long side, not score, not cut. So just gently score it at 5 inches. So this is the score line. Can you see it? The score line. And now it is important because we are going to make the diagonal cut. Your score line must be pointing towards you, and you pop this in your paper cutter, making sure that this corner, not this, where your score line ends, here to here. So you score from there to there. All right. So this is a bit tricky and a bit fiddly, but you will get there eventually. Try to be as precise as possible. So this is what you end up with. Precise cut. And your flap here needs to point towards you. So this was the first preparation, and the second one is scoring as well. So we are going to score on the short side of our bigger piece of cardstock at 1/2 inch, and I'm going to use the right side here, so 1/2 inch, and at 1 inch, and then we're going to do exactly the same on the other side. So all I do is I turn my cardstock, I score at 1/2 inch, and I score at 1 inch. My lambs are hungry. All right, and now you turn it to the long side, and you will score at 5 inches, 5.5 inches, and at 10.5, 10.5, and that's your scoring done for your box so far. We still need to do a bit of cutting, but the next thing you are going to take out is the whole of this. These two can go, same here. But you only cut to this score line. So you cut here and you cut here. There. So we take these two out, and then you take these two little, I make a cross in it. We are taking these two out. We need to get rid of those. All right. So this is what I'm going to do now. And I'm cutting on my score lines. Exactly on the score line. So once you've got rid of these two small ones, what you're going to do is you're going to create your flap here, and you again try to be really precise and cut on your score line. All right, so you only cut this little flap here and this little flap here. Now with regards to this, you can use the paper trimmer, I'm actually going to get my big scissors out, and I'm going to cut this freehand. So just quickly going to clean that corner with this. And we're taking this corner out. I carry on with the small one. Slightly tricky to cut this. Okay. All right, so this is what you're left with. And now you turn this upside down, because this is going to be the part that is going to be cut. And I'm going to use my paper trimmer for it. Now watch really and listen well what I'm going to explain to you. You need to measure 3/4 of an inch to this side. So from this line here, ignore the bottom part, just put this edge to the 3/4 inch mark. And then you are going to cut down to like 3.5 inch. How much is that in centimeters? I don't know, because this scale here is in centimeters. 3.5. We are looking at the 6. All right, so you are going to cut at the 3/4 inch mark here down to the 6. Don't go any deeper, because otherwise your triangles, oh no, I got stuck here, to the 6. All right, so you have a cut like this. And now it's getting tricky again, because you need to cut from, you can actually, oh okay, I'm going to explain it. How do I explain it? And again, you make a mark with your scoring tool, like 3/4 to this side. Just make a little, it doesn't have to be 100, it doesn't matter if it's an inch or 3/4 or somewhere in between. Just make a little notch mark there, so that makes it easier. So we've got this cut down to the 6 centimeter mark on your scale here, and this is 3/4 of an inch, and here we've made like 3/4 of an inch to 1 inch, and now we need to cut from this notch mark down to this corner. And you're going to do that by aligning this notch mark and the end of your cut into the center of your blade here, and like that. This is the scorer, and like that you should be able to cut. My blade is not really good. Again, it's stuck. All right, so this is how you take out. As you can see, my blade is not really cutting well. I don't know, I always have to clean up my cuts afterwards. Not happy with it. Need to ring Stampin' Up. All right, so this is now the cutting done. This is what it looks like so far, and now it's actually time to get stamping and to stamp it, because this is the way it's going to go together. This apparently is going to be fold. I'm not creasing my score lines yet, so to stamp it I actually layered my bits together like they're going together later on, and then stamp. So like this you achieve the match of the stamps, as you can see here and here. I've and even here there's a little bit there. So this is how I achieved this, by just layering it up like so. And I'm going to stamp, and I'm going to use this flower from the Flower Shop stamp set. I quite like this, but I also like this, but I might actually go for this one, because I don't want to make two identical sets, more or less, because I think I'm going to go for this flower this time. I'm just going to set this aside. So this one is so pretty, and I've decided, because I made a trial card at the beginning, where is it now, with my stamp colors? Oh, here it is. I tried out Dapper Denim and Punto Pacific, and I think the Punto Pacific looks better than the Dapper Denim, so I'm going to stamp in Punto Pacific. This is this. Sorry, Pacific Point. Punto Pacific is Spanish or whatever. So here we go. I'm just going to start basically on this side before I come to the rest. So I load up my stamp, and I start in this corner, and I stamp it like in a walk-through pattern. I walk with my stamp across, and anytime I come into the area where this might be relevant, I just make sure I have layered this up. Yes, this is going to touch here. As you can see, this is how it overlaps. And then I'm going to go into the corners here, like in the spaces in between, and create my pattern. And the next one, now this is when it's getting tricky, because you have to line it up again. So I'm going to line this up. I'm going to hold it. I might get away with this. Yes. So again, now here I have to line it up again as it was, and this stamp is going to sit basically on both sides, and you have to press down a bit harder on the other side of your cardstock. And that's it, done. So my stamping is done. So now it's time to assemble the box. We need to do one more piece of cutting, which I haven't done yet, and that is these slim flaps here. You cut in like so and like so, and again you cut on your score line. And now it's already time to burnish and fold everything. So I'm going to do that, and I'm not using my bone folder because I don't want it to be creased too hard. So these ones fold in like so, these ones fold inwards, and these ones fold upwards. And now you can already see how the box comes together. So these long bits here you are going to glue against here. So that's how this closes. It goes in here and it goes in here. So this is the first thing we're going to do. Glue these flaps in place, and I'm going to use Tombow for it. Oh dear, that's a really hungry sheep. It's complaining. Like, where's my food? I think I have to interrupt and feed them. I thought they should be good till 12, but apparently not. They're hungry again. So here we go. It's a bit fiddly to get it in, so I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do this, and then this should work for me, because it's really, really important that you square it up as precisely as possible. Otherwise you will have an issue with your overlapping closure here, and it won't be, the gap won't be covered 100%. So you have to be really, really precise. This is not a fast job. Try to, you see, really get it right into the corner there and make it as straight as possible. And once we've done that, I'm quickly going to use my bone folder to give it a good press down. So I am happy with my corners here. And the next thing is you are going to add glue to these two bits. Oh no, you don't. I forgot something very important. Bear with me, I need to clean up my glue. Silly me. So I've just took, it's okay to have glued this together. You don't need to undo this, it's still fine. But we still need to mark the points before we glue everything together. We need to mark our position for our circles. So you are going to put the box together like so, and you have to hold it together with your hands somehow. or maybe I should, because I had a rubber band lying around here, so I'm going to use a simple rubber band, and it's important that this is on the outside. Do not put it together on the inside, because you're going to glue it together like so, and this 1/16 of an inch will make a difference in the position of your bands. So all right, once you've got your box like together like so, improvised, you're going to take your ruler and you are going to find the diagonal from corner to corner, take a pen, and you are going to mark 2 inches. Now this is exactly the middle line, so on the 2-inch mark here, and this is the 7, so 7 1/8, so 5 1/8 is my mark where my hole is going to get punched. And so this is how I find the position for my 2 circles. And now the next thing we need to do is we need to make a hole, and I am using an eyelet tool, eyelet setter tool. I bought it, I don't know where, somewhere, and years ago, and it's only now that I started using it. And we need eyelets. So what you're going to do is you are going to undo your box. You are going to pop this on your mat. Can you see what I'm doing? Actually, this is going to make some noise, so I'm going to punch my holes here, and I will be back with it shortly. So sorry folks, but the second part didn't record. For some reason my phone messed me up, so I'm going to explain to you, because it's not much work left to do, how I got to this result. So as I said, we have put the eyelets in, and you were ended up with this flap still being loose. So I glued this flap onto this tiny little flap here, and this is how, and I also glued the front flap down to here, to these 2 bits. So this is how it comes together. And now that the eyelets are in, I just simply used my twine and knotted it around the first one, and then while it was still on the spool, to determine the length I would need, I started just wrapping the way I like it. So this is how I did it. It's just random. You can literally make any type of pattern that you like. There are endless varieties, and then when I think this is enough, I just actually cut my twine, and that's it. And this is how the box closes, and you have endless varieties of how to do this. And this is how I finished off the box. Sorry that it didn't record that, but this is all I did. I glued the front flap down, and I glued the other one, the half one, to this side of my box, and then I just knotted my twine around the first one, and I started doing my rounds here until I got the length I want. And that's about it. That's all, and this is what the box looks like. So thanks again for watching. I hope you were able to follow my instructions and you like this little box, and happy crafting. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. The button is there in the right corner. You find all the links to my web shop, my blog, and other pages in the description box of this channel. And again, have a nice week. Thanks for watching. Bye.